Okay, so I can write 625 as a positive number and minus, I can take this minus sign to this number because 625 into 65 will give the same answer still, and you have one negative sign whether it is on this or on this, the answer will not change. So now here why I have shifted this negative sign to this side, so that I have 625 same in both the terms. So now I'll take 625 common and I'm left with minus 35, and from here I'm left with minus 65. So what is minus 35 minus 65? It is minus 100. So my answer is minus 62500. That is my answer. Is that clear? Okay. Now we move on to the F part. Now the F part is 7 into 50 minus 2. Now I don't know why, generally every year I see this. Children in the next step write 7 into 48 and then they find the answer and write down. Please understand, we need zeros for oral multiplication. So this we are going to simply do 7 into 50 minus 7 into 2. This is oral, 350 minus 14. So which becomes 336. Okay, so that is the answer. Then F, we are done. G. All these have to be done in your notebook. Minus 17. Okay, we have a question of minus 29. I gave you an example of 29. Now let's see. 29. Now there are two ways to get minus 29. One is minus 20 minus 9 will be minus 29. But in this, obviously, I need to multiply by 9, which is not so oral. Okay, you may make a mistake. We preferably want a 1. So, can I write, if I write 30 minus 1, will it give me minus 29? No, it will give me 29. So, if I write minus 30 plus 1, will it give me minus 29? Yes, it will give me minus 29. So, I can write it as minus 17 into minus 30 plus 1. So, which becomes minus 17 into minus 30 plus because I have a plus here, plus minus 17 into 1. Please see what we are writing and why. You have to practice this a lot. I can give you a lot of extra questions from distributive property. I'll just note them down and then give it to you as in this video only, which you can, these are extra questions, you can just keep on solving them, okay? So this 17 was, minus 17 was from here, minus 17 into minus 30 because that's the first number. This plus sign because I have a plus sign in between, and then minus 17 into 1. So this becomes, now here two negative signs, the answer is going to be positive. 17, 3 sevens are 21. So 17 into 3 is 51 plus, and now this is minus 17. So in effect it is 510 minus 17. Okay. So which becomes 493. Okay. So this is your G part. Now H I had already done, so you do it from there only. All these to be done in your notebook. Then we come to, now all these are very, very important. Read the question. In the meanwhile, read the question very carefully. Okay, so the question says a certain freezing process requires the room temperature be lowered from 40 at the rate of 5 degrees Celsius every hour. What will be the room temperature after 10 hours after the process begins? Okay, now here the first statement to be written will be initial room temperature. Can I say? Question 6. Initial room temperature is equal to 40 degrees Celsius. Now, after that we have drop in temperature per hour. Please understand, the drop is 5 degrees Celsius. We are not going to write -5 here. The drop means it is going down. So we will finally subtract. So drop in temperature per hour is 5 degrees Celsius. So drop in temperature in 10 hours will be 50 degrees Celsius. There will be a drop of 50 degrees Celsius in 10 hours. Now they want you to tell the final, what will be the room temperature 10 hours after the process begins. So you can say therefore final room temperature, I've written so much, final room temperature is equal to 40 minus 50 degrees Celsius, which is minus 10 degrees Celsius. Now please understand, 40 was the initial temperature and it reduced by 50. Now when that is why we are subtracting, because वो कम हो रहा है. So we are subtracting 50 from 40. Okay, and when you subtract 50 from 40, you get minus 10. Why we are, if this was rise in temperature, if supposing the question said the temperature rose by 5 degree, this would have been 50, and then very bad example, but the final temperature would have been 90 degrees Celsius. Because there it was rising, so we would have added. Here it is dropping, so we have subtracted. It is like the same question in which, remember, distance wala question, why we added in 1, subtracted in 1. Please try to relate things. I would say try to understand now. Try to again understand that question, because many of you had a doubt in that also. So here why we are subtracting, because it is dropping. So naturally negative hona hai. So minus 10. So minus 10 degrees Celsius is the final temperature of the room. Okay, then seventh question. Seventh question, read on the question. Now, seventh question says, in a class test containing 10 questions, 5 marks are awarded for every correct answer and minus 2 marks are awarded for every incorrect answer and 0 for questions not attempted. First part, Mohan gets 4 correct and 6 incorrect answers. What is his score? Now, for this question, first we will write marks awarded for each correct answer. Equal to 5. Marks deducted for each incorrect answer equal to 2. Now please see, I am not writing minus 2. Deducted in itself means that these marks you will deduct, you will subtract. I am not writing minus 2. Marks deducted is minus 2 would be technically wrong. Marks deducted is 2. Deducted in itself shows that you are going to subtract. I hope you are understanding what I am trying to say. Okay, now the first part was Mohan got, where is it? Mohan got 4 correct and 6 incorrect. So Mohan got, because you must write everything that is given in the answer also. 4 correct and 6 incorrect. And 6 incorrect. Therefore, his score. Now, his score is equal to 4 correct. Each correct is 5. So, we will say 4 into 5. Okay. And this is for the correct answers. And I'll just explain why I'm adding. And 6 incorrect. So total questions थे 10. तो 4 उसके correct हुए, उसके हो गए 4 into 5 marks, and then we are adding for the next 6 questions. So it will be 6 into minus 2. Why minus 2? Because you're going to deduct these marks. So in effect, or if you're okay with that, you can also write 4 into 5 minus 6 into 2. Both of them mean the same. Take it as you understand it. Everywhere it will be the same thing. I will again refer back to those examples, because this is basically here why I am adding, because मैं first 4 questions के marks और दूसरे 6 questions के marks add कर रही हूँ. Here why I am subtracting, because ये वाले marks हैं ही negative में, तो जब मैं उनको add कर रही हूँ, they eventually I am subtracting. Okay, so any which way you write, I will go on with the first one so that it's clear what I am doing. And so it becomes 20 minus 12, which is equal to 8. So his total marks are going to be 8. Okay, then Reshma gets 5 correct and 5 incorrect. Now you tell me for that, or why you tell me, you do it yourself. Reshma and Hina, 2 correct and 5 incorrect. This also you can do. So see, the questions which are not attempted will not make a difference, because the score is 0 only. You are only bothered for the correct and the incorrect. These two statements remain the same in all 3 cases. So you just write it once, then write first part, then second part. जो भी आपको दिया है, like it's given Reshma gets 5 correct and 5 incorrect answers. So what will you do? You will have 5 into 5 plus 5 into minus 2, and then you will solve. So this you will solve it yourself, and then we will continue in the next video. Take care, stay safe, and help your mothers. Always help your mothers, please. You will get गुस्सा करोगे कि मैम यही बोलती रहती है, but seriously help your mothers out. Okay, bye bye.